Alright, and we are live here on YouTube for some NASCAR Xfinity Series action from the Phoenix Raceway. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We had a very exciting NASCAR Xfinity, or NASCAR, or Arkham Menard Series race late last night. If you guys tuned in for that, thank you guys for joining back in. And if you guys did miss out on that, we will talk about it in a minute. If anyone, for whatever reason, taped it and doesn't want spoilers, maybe just mute for a minute or two. But I genuinely don't believe that anybody actually was taping that and planning to go back and watch it later or cares about being spoiled. But so coming into the final corner, we ended up with a one-lap shootout, which is just a weird ARCA thing, I guess, where they do a one-lap shootout to determine the winner in what would normally for NASCAR be a green-white checker. So, in that situation, you had Brendan Butterbean Clean going into the final corner with pole sitter Brent Cruz driving for Joe Gibbs Racing right on his tail. And Brent just goes into the final corner, runs into the back of Queen, sending him up the track and out of the way. So, ultimately it ended Brendan's race. I feel bad for him, but ultimately that's one of those things where, especially at a somewhat short track, you kind of have to almost expect it. So, I mean, it feels weird to say it because obviously you'd like to see the drivers race with a level of respect to it, but ultimately, if you don't want someone to run into your back bumper, or run into your door like that, don't let them get close enough to begin with. But again, I understand. I understand how that is definitely not the most savory way for people to win races, but it's the way short track racing has been for decades. So, ultimately, I don't have any real problem with the way Brent Cruz won the race. Again, he was able to get side by side, and then he just let his car kind of drift up the track into the other competitor. Again, maybe not my favorite way to win a race, but again, I would be willing to bet 99% of the drivers in the Cup and Xfinity Series probably would have made that exact same move. So, again, at this point, it just kind of is the standard. So, but welcome on in. We got 7 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Saturday afternoon here. We are just getting everything set up because, again, I just got home from work, so we are getting ready for this one, though. Welcome on in. Again, we're about 10 minutes away from opening ceremonies, which will get ready to start the race. I like to start these streams just a little bit early, so. Alright, we have got ourselves, though, a pretty good race going on. Again, this is our essentially our championship preview here for the NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series, as both of these series will have their championship races here in November. So, a good chance for a lot of the teams to kind of practice a dress rehearsal. Some of these teams who maybe who struggled to end last year, this is their chance to really make a statement. Not to mention, it's our first non-super speedway, non-road course, kind of your first of the quote-unquote traditional ovals. So, good chance for some of these teams who have a brand new driver, someone like a William Sawalich, who maybe hasn't had the best opportunity to show off or show out in the early part of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season. It allows them to go ahead and have a chance to go ahead and surprise here early on. So, definitely, again, a lot of things to be excited about if you're a fan of the NASCAR series coming into this one. I don't love this track as a championship venue just because, again, I think the first couple of years it was a pretty good one, and that's a big part of why I am very much supportive of the idea that we go ahead and that if we go ahead and rotate around our championship venue every. I like to see a rotate. I like the idea of a rotation of every 3 to 5 years, rotating the track around. That way, you're not moving around so much that you're causing instability for the regions that these tracks are in, because obviously the tourism, especially for a championship race, I'm sure the city of Miami took a big hit when it came to tourism in November when they lost the championship race, although not a terrible amount, because I'm sure to some extent the Miami area still brings in plenty of tourists. But like the Phoenix area will be a massive downturn in people in November, if they end up losing the championship date. So that's where I'd like to see them maybe rotate it around again to try and keep it fresh and interesting, but keep it in one place long enough to where it actually feels like the teams and drivers have a chance to learn something at each individual track for the upcoming year. So, go. Let's see if I can get the. Okay, that seems to be perfectly lined up. But yeah, so welcome on in again when they're getting ready for opening ceremonies here, as we are going to be going ahead and through this one. Cup Series qualifying wrapped up a little bit ago. William Byron sitting on the pole position for that. Hocevar up into the top. Okay. All right, I didn't watch qualifying. I didn't watch Cup Series qualifying. How did all three Spire cars end up in the top 10 at a short oval? What? Josh Berry, Eric Jones, was this backwards day or something? I mean, outside of Byron and Logano at the front of the field, literally the rest of this feels like it could have been it legitimately feels like it could have been a solve to a Mad Lib of Carson Hocevar, Josh Berry, Eric Jones throughout the top 5, McDowell, Justin Haley in the top 10. Oh man, Catherine Legg, the only open car in the race, driving car number 78, qualified right at the back of the pack. Not a surprise, considering her relative lack of inexperience at the NASCAR level. She's made some truck and Xfinity starts, or she's made some Xfinity starts. I don't know if she's made truck starts, probably, but hasn't been behind. She primarily is a sports car and sports car driver who has made some Indy 500 appearances. Not exactly a NASCAR Cup Series veteran. So, not a surprise to see her struggling, at least not in one lap time trials, but yeah, I mean, qualifying, I guess, was definitely very interesting earlier today. Let's see, what about practice? Carson Hocevar and Michael McDowell led practice on the one lap speeds. Okay. Wow. And Justin Haley was 19th on the practice chart, so. Alright, some stuff to talk about for tomorrow's race, so. Certainly is a interesting one. Alright, so there we go. They're at commercial break, and we are just chilling out here getting ready for this race. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. Again, if you guys do enjoy the content, feel free to like and subscribe for more. Again, we've been doing these types of streams for a couple of years now. And absolutely loving doing them, and absolutely love the fact that you guys seem to really appreciate them as well. So go ahead and just change my pinned tweet here. So we're just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah. There's the post. Also, a quick reminder for anyone who is either not aware or just happens to forget when things are, because I am like this. Tomorrow is the time where the majority of the U.S. goes and sets our clocks back. So definitely something to keep in mind. Also, that means that when I go to set up my stream, just be aware that there's a good chance that the time on the stream will be off, but it will be at 3:30 Eastern time. Is the race? We'll aim to start the race, or we'll aim to start our stream around 3 p.m. With pre-race coverage. So, and that is, and that's gonna be 3 p.m. regardless of what the time change ends up being. So, again, when I set up the stream, I will attempt to try and get it right, but the way the stream is with the time change is weird. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. We got 14 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has tuned in already here. As we are getting ready for the Xfinity Series race, all the drivers are climbing in and getting ready for the command to start the engines. And we will be underway here in a matter of minutes. Going down through the grid, we've got that. Oh man, that pit boss car is a beauty there for Sheldon Creed. Yeah, 5-3 finish with a 7th or better at Phoenix for him. Okay, not bad. Obviously, a best finish of 2nd. Shocking surprise. Shocking surprise, the guy with the most second place finishes in NASCAR Xfinity Series history without a win. Yeah, he has a second place finish at this track. Alex Bowman, the pole sitter for the event, driving the Hendrick car, the Hendrick Motorsports number 17 car. He will be your pole sitter for the event. Zilich driving the number 88 will be starting in the 4th position. Down through the grid, we actually have a pretty decent grid here. So let's see. They're getting ready for the command to start the engines. Alright, let's see. Get another leaderboard up here so I can actually scroll up and down the results here. Alright, so Eric Amarola making a start in the Young Life sponsored number 19 car. Some of the guys outside the top 10 include Jeb Burton, Dean Thompson, and Sam Mayer, 11th through 13th. Mainly just scrolling, looking for any of the other drivers of note. Harrison Burton starting 21st. That's ironic considering he used to drive. He drove the 21 last year. Balicki in 22nd. Where's Chris Wright starting? Chris Wright in 33rd. So he and Balicki have about an 11 spot difference. They should be able to avoid each other pretty well on the racetrack. Greg Van Alst in the 35. Okay, not bad. But honestly, this field definitely looks just a little bit underwhelming compared to some of the names throughout the years that we've seen run Xfinity races in the past. So there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. All right. There we go. We got that all set up. Let's see. Also, real quick, is there a stat that you guys would like to see up there instead of the time elapsed for the race? Because I could go ahead and throw cautions, lead changes up there. Yeah, one of those two, but yeah, I don't know if you guys would rather see one of those two, if that even matters to you guys. What's at the very top of the screen? I do like that they have the one of my favorite changes of the new leaderboard for NASCAR is I love the fact that they've given us the progress bar for the NASCAR Truck Xfinity and Cup Series, so I can go ahead and put that on there for you guys. But yeah, again, it's one of those things that I still hate the fact though that they have an ad between instead of having an ad on either side of the leaderboard, they have an ad right in between third and fourth. So there we go. Welcome on in though. We got 20 people hanging out in chat again. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Saturday here. You know, we're currently at a commercial break. They just started up the engines, and when they come back from the commercial break, we will have cars on track and rolling. There we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out. Let's see. Alright, so I got the schedule for today, and this is the last on-track action of the day. We do have the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow as well. So that should be good. Let's see. Alright, so you're going ahead and getting started up for the for their stream. Alright, well. Yeah, we are just chilling out here. Again, thank you guys for everybody that's been a part of this. We are sitting 69 subscribers away from hitting 3,000 subscribers. You know, would love to see if we could hit that by the end of the month. Again, would love to see us hit that. Cars are circulating on track, and we should be going ahead and seeing that. So, yeah, we're working our way through the season. We got some interesting things in the works. Nothing I can really talk about quite yet, but definitely looking forward to the future of this channel. Again, we got videos coming up. More than just the race recaps. Again, I apologize for those being the only videos I've been able to get done recently. I've just, between not having being really terrible at time management and being just not great when it comes to when it comes to managing my time. I've been absolutely awful this week, so I definitely meant to have at least a couple videos out in the last week or two. Something else I haven't really talked about a lot, mainly, and the reason I haven't done a dedicated video on this is because I know I am not an expert, and I don't know if I could realistically give a great piece on it, but the NASCAR lawsuit that's been going on since last November, the Front Row Motorsports and 2311 have been in the process of attempting to sue NASCAR on antitrust claims. Again, I am by no means a lawyer, so anything I say is taken with a very much a grain of salt. And if there are any lawyers in chat, feel free to go ahead and add any knowledge you guys have. But yeah, so NASCAR's been being sued by them. Basically, again, we haven't, us regular people don't have access to actually read the charter agreement, so we don't know what in there they're specifically unhappy about. Say there's been talk that they aren't happy with the terms like, oh, if you're racing in NASCAR, it discourages you from racing, say, I've heard rumors that supposedly there's a line in there that discourages you from, like, say, opening up an IndyCar team or something, which, again, I haven't heard that substantiated, but I've seen that rumor float around when talking about why they're suing NASCAR. But again, the biggest thing it seems like they want is the charter system to become permanent, and ultimately, again, I don't hate the idea of the charter system being a permanent thing, but it's one of those things that I don't hate the idea of basically making it a 7 to 9 year deal thing and basically extending it along with the TV partners. But yeah, so NASCAR is obviously working through that, and just this week, and the reason why I'm even bringing it up is that NASCAR has now decided to countersue, specifically 2311, but they have also cited for Motorsports and that, and I believe it's Jeffrey Kessler they've named from the 2311 organization, who has been basically the guy orchestrating a lot of the stuff around the charter agreement. Basically orchestrating alleged boycotts. Supposedly, a bunch of team owners boycotted according to NASCAR, a mandatory meeting to talk about the charter extension, and Kessler was the guy who supposedly orchestrated that. Again, I don't know for sure. Everything I'm saying is alleged and according to reports, but yeah, if that is the case, and certainly if Kessler was trying to get teams on board to potentially boycott races throughout the 2025 or beyond seasons, I could definitely see some potential claims as to that being certainly outside the lines for what NASCAR would expect out of their partner teams. But again, this lawsuit sounds like if it does go to trial, the expected trial date wouldn't be until December, so we're still many months away from any sort of actual resolution. But I just wanted to at least acknowledge that the updates to the lawsuit here on stream. So, hey Marks, how's it going? So there we go. We got Jesse Love warming up the tires here as we are getting everything circulated, and we should be seeing them going green here shortly. So welcome on in. Alright, so they're sending one car to the rear of the field. I'm assuming that was a inspection issue that is causing him to go to the rear of the field. Speaking of inspection issues, my guy Michael McDowell got sent to the rear of the field for, or not got sent to the rear of the field, but he failed tech inspection twice that I saw. I think the third time would have sent him to the rear of the field. But he failed it twice, which means he gets his car chief ejected. So definitely not great for Michael McDowell. Again, just yet another one of these issues throughout the weekend. He has yet to have a clean weekend, so hoping that maybe at least on Sunday we can have a clean night for him. But yeah, so there we go. Alright, so everybody's doubled up. We should be getting ready for this one. Sanchez in the 48 getting lined up as well. Lights are off on the pace car, and we are expecting to go green this time. So here we go. William Sawalich driving the sound. He has the Sound Gear onboard camera. As go ahead and get ready for this one. Garrett Smithley with an onboard cam as well. Did the pace car pull off this time? Let's see. Hard to see from this camera angle. Yes, the pace car did pull off, leaving the field in the hands of Alex Bowman and Sheldon Creed, as we are looking forward to going green flag racing. So, I forgot the box is so far late here. Here we go, down to the start, and there's the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Phoenix Raceway. Alex Bowman dives down in, and he goes ahead and he will go ahead and jump out to the lead here at his home track. I believe he's a Tucson, Arizona native, if I'm not mistaken, from Alex Bowman. And here we go. We also got Taylor Gray making moves to the inside. He's jumping up a ton in the spots. Here comes Jesse Love up the inside as well. This couple of these young guys making some major jumps here at the very start. Again, Taylor Gray all the way up to third spot already here. And, everybody fanning out wide now that we're through the opening lap. Obviously on the initial start, you aren't allowed to pull out a line until the start-finish line, but on the subsequent laps, you can use that entire, the entire flat area of the racetrack to basically fan it out and try and make passes. So you'll see all throughout the race, drivers making moves like what we just saw Jesse Love, who dived down towards the pit road exit, which, in my opinion, is extremely dangerous, especially the later you get into a run where you potentially have drivers making pit road making green flag stops. Again, we've never really seen it come into play, which is a good thing that we haven't seen any drivers trying to exit pit road while drivers are cutting the course. But yeah, so here we go, and now Sammy Smith making the dive down the inside, trying to see if he can maybe get alongside Jesse Love, but nope, he ends up getting in line right behind him. So here we go. Sawalich making some moves here on the outside line. There you go, Williams, Sawalich, and ooh, something happened to Jesse Love's car, but Sammy Smith just took off like a rocket after he went by him. And I assumed that with how fast he was going, I assumed that that meant that something happened to Jesse Love's car, but maybe, oh, yep. Oh, Zilich had a near miss, and Love checked up a ton to try and give Zilich the space to avoid crashing, and that paired with Smith accelerating off the corner led to that massive difference in speed. So nothing actually happened to Love. He was just, again, trying to be cautious here, considering the fact that we are 6 laps into a 200-lap event here at the Phoenix Raceway. There we go. The number 19 Young Life car here for Eric Almirola just passed Taylor Gray, and they are working their way through this one. Yeah, this race is going. These laps are starting to click off pretty quickly here, as Alex Bowman has already completed 6 laps here as he just came across the line. And again, I will say, I like the fact that Hendrick car's paint scheme is super consistent, but Taylor Gray got really loose there, and that's what led to Almirola passing him. There we go. So, a very loose moment there for Taylor Gray. Great car control from the young rookie there, being able to hold on to that one and holding on to a top 5 spot as well here, as they go ahead and make this one happen. All right. So there we go, and currently Alex Bowman holding on to the quick time. I do like that they have a thing to signal which driver has the quickest lap of the race, as that is now a bonus point, a bonus championship point if you can have the driver with the fastest lap. So let's go ahead and actually grab the NASCAR Fan Reward trivia question here, as we're starting to get into our first side-by-side commercial. And again, Eric Almirola just passed Sheldon Creed for second, and oh man, we got Bowman versus Almirola. Battle of the Cup drivers near the front of the field. Obviously, Almirola not a Cup driver anymore, but a former NASCAR Cup Series driver. Alex Bowman will be racing on Sunday, as he is a full-time participant in the NASCAR Cup Series. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out, though. Again, so far the battles inside the top 5, top 10 have actually been really good. Again, we've seen guys like Taylor Gray be able to make some really crazy passes. Sammy Smith has shown some real speed here early. Could potentially be a contender here as we go down through it. Alright, so there we go. We're chilling out though. Again, we're just kind of waiting to see what ends up happening here. Alright, so welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 17 people hanging out in chat. Alright. Yeah, I love seeing the amount of people that turn up for these streams, especially the between Xfinity and ARCA. Those are easily the two most supported series here on the channel over the years. ARCA because, well, I don't think too many people actually remember that ARCA is on, or even really think about the ARCA series too frequently. And then the Xfinity series, I know there's been a lot of issues with consistency with some people's area just not having access to the CW channel through their specific TV packages or whatever. Or the quality being somewhat inconsistent. So, a lot of I know why the Xfinity Series broadcasts tend to get a lot of love, but again, I very much appreciate having you guys here, and whether it's because you guys don't have the channel or haven't been able to find the CW, or if you guys just prefer this content, very much appreciate having you guys here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we got Zilich and Smith hanging out inside the in and around that one. Honestly, Junior Motorsports as a whole is actually a very good team. I mean, they've got Allgaier, the defending champion. They've got Sammy Smith, a young driver who I think has a lot of potential. They've got Connor Zilich, who's already won a race this year, which I believe it's him and the two RCR drivers, and that's all we have for winners, obviously, because we've only had 3 races. So, I mean, it's a very strong lineup. Then you got Carson Kvapil, who in this race did not qualify the best, but he's shown some incredible speed early on in his career, including a second place finish at the Dover Motor Speedway last year. So there we go. Bowman still holds the quick time here. Nobody's been able to top him for that, and he currently has a 2-second lead over Amarola. Amarola also has a 2-second lead over Sheldon Creed, so basically a strong contender here as everybody's just kind of waiting it out here. Alright, so again, Amarola, he's moved his way from 6th where he started all the way up to 2nd. And again, he looks fast. The question is, can he run down Alex Bowman, who is just... Alex Bowman's just on another level altogether today, it seems like. He's up now. He's gained about a half second just in the short time we've been talking about him. So, Alex Bowman, 19 laps into this one. Here comes Justin Allgaier looking to try and make some moves here as well. Making the pass on Creed. And there we go. Zilich and Sammy Smith are battling it out for position as well, right behind these two. As the battle for third's raging here, and there goes the dive for Allgaier. He takes the spot, and now looking for the crossover is Creed. Creed not going to have the momentum here to get the crossover. He will have to fall in line behind Allgaier, and we will have to wait and see where he ends up later on throughout this one. But there we go. And again. Alright, so there we go. Alright. So 21 laps in here. Stage 1 is only 45 laps, so again, you gotta kind of make these moves somewhat quickly. You got 45 laps in stage 1, 45 laps in stage 2, and then the final 60 lap run to the checker. I believe they can make all those distances on a single tank of fuel, so the only reason to pit would be for tires. which is pretty normal at these short tracks. I don't believe the Xfinity Series is running the same option tire that the NASCAR Cup Series is racing on this weekend. The NASCAR Cup Series is running the option tire, which is a additional option that they employ. An additional option that they employ at some of the shorter tracks. We've only seen it in action at Richmond last year in the Cup Series. But it really did its job shaking up the competition that day. Obviously, I feel like that's actually one thing I wanted. I feel like doesn't get talked about enough is that race was such a good race, and it got overshadowed by everything that happened mere moments later. And if you guys don't know the race I'm referring to, that is the same race where Austin Dillon went cannonballing in to try and take the win back from Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin. And again, if it wasn't for that move there, I think we would have had a lot of positives to talk about, because I think the alternate tire works really well. Helped drivers like Suarez or other drivers who are struggling to keep up, be able to go ahead and make some waves. And we've got Alex Bowman lapping cars. He's already lapping Josh Bilicki here in the 91 car. So Alex Bowman lapping cars here nice and early in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Only 25 laps in, which is, again, pretty impressive here. But, the option tire, though, I think it worked well for what it was asked to do. So the question is how will it do tomorrow in the Cup race? As far as I know, both all the teams have 2 sets of option tires in addition to 6 sets of primary tires, so they shouldn't run out of primary tires. They will be required to run the option tires at least once throughout the race. My guess is that you'll see them run them. That every team will run them probably in the in stage 2, and then save their third set for the end of the race. That would be the way I would use it. Barring if I'm one of the drivers who qualified further back than I feel like I should have, I maybe throw the tires on earlier to try and recover for some good stage 1 results, maybe even win stage 1. But yeah, it is kind of a situational thing there. But I think for the most part, using the option tire, again, primarily in stage 2, which, if I'm not mistaken, for the Cup Series, is a longer stage, to try and establish track position for the final stage, I think could be a good one. There we go. They're coming back from commercial break. Here we go. The GovX 200 here from Avondale, Arizona. All right, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, Ryan Sieg had a little bit of damage there in practice, I believe. Oh, they had to go to a backup car. Okay. I didn't realize that Creed had to go to a backup car, so. Alright. Not Creed, sorry. Ryan Sieg had to go to a backup car. So. That he was the driver that went to the rear of the field earlier on in the event, so. Yeah, so here we go. Coming back from commercial break, watching the 17 of Bowman still carving up the field. Now nearly a 3-second gap on Amarola. And Allgaier's managed to cut the gap to Amarola down to only a second. Only a 1-second gap between Amarola and Allgaier here. There we go. Matt DiBenedetto driving the number 99 Viking Motorsport car. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, Bowman now looking to try and lap the 45 of, is that Cesar Baccarelli? Or am I just completely missing on who is in the Alpha Prime car? I just know he's one of their more frequent drivers. Let's see, but yeah, there we go. Going a lap down. That's Mason Massey today for the 45. And next up to get lapped is going to be Chris Wright, as Chris Wright has now made his way all the way up to the 27th position. Good job, Chris Wright. Alright, so there we go. Chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So far, De Benedetto 2 laps down. The only driver out of the race, it seems, is Thomas Inazutia. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that. Driving the number 70 car. He is currently 21 laps behind the race. If you're that many laps behind, you're probably not making a comeback in this race. And they go to yet another commercial break. I mean, I like the fact that they're not doing any full screen commercials, but it feels like we're going to a lot of commercials here very early on. And again, right now we're not missing much because we have, one, it's side-by-side commercials, and two, Bowman is absolutely decimating the field here, but it does feel like we are getting a higher than average amount of commercials, so. Granted, it's still better than what Fox would be doing, because Fox would be doing all this and making them full screen commercial breaks. And so we wouldn't actually have we wouldn't even be able to kind of see the box on the side of the screen. But yeah, so there we go. Anthony Alfredo, the next driver, on pace to end up a lap down. Jeremy Clements after him, and then Kyle Sieg, as they are all basically just trying to race to try and not be lapped by the 17 car, who is absolutely flying around here. So Alex Bowman coming up behind the 44 of Alfredo. Again, Alfredo out and kind of behind these other drivers. He's not really all that close to any of the other drivers. So once Bowman does pass him, Bowman will be out of new cars to lap for the time being. The next car he'll be coming up to will be the 35 of Greg Van Alst, who is already, I believe, 1 lap behind the race. So, Greg Van Alst already 1 lap behind the race. He will end up going 2 laps down when and if that ends up going down. But here we go. Bowman making the move here to go around Bowman making the move here, gets by both Anthony Alfredo and Van Alst in one corner there. Great move for the 17 of Alex Bowman. So here we go. Anthony Alfredo got to stay close, but here we go as they start to run down towards the 51 of Clements. The next goal. Bowman does have just a little bit of clean air now, so he can kind of set sail. While Amarola has actually reeled in Bowman a lot during this commercial break here. Eric Amarola only 1.7 seconds behind the leader. He's cut that lead basically in half from what it was earlier on in the event. Obviously, the lap car is playing a major factor here, but the 19, only one car between them. You've got the 44 or the 42 of Anthony Alfredo, the only car in between. In between Alex Bowman and Eric Amarola. So they're working on their way through this one. Welcome on in. And we got an on-track battle here between the 2 and the 20. Jesse Love versus Brandon Jones. Going to be trying to fight this one out. All right, so there we go. Right now, Bowman has clean air, so it'll be very hard for any driver to really catch him. And in fact, the top 3 are running very close to identical lap times here. And with the fact that we've got a guaranteed caution and stage end coming in roughly 3 laps, I don't think Bowman is all that concerned with holding his lead. Again, I don't think you're going to see Eric Amarola reel it all the way in. But also, I think Bowman realized, hey, I can back off. I don't need to run quite this fast. None of those drivers ahead of him, Clements, Sieg, the 19 or the 11 of Josh Williams. None of those drivers are really. I mean, absolutely no offense to any of those drivers. None of them are really a threat to win this race over Alex Bowman right now. So I don't think it's not like, oh, he has a chance to go ahead and lap, say, the 54 Taylor Gray, or being able to lap, say, even someone like the one of Carson Quapple. And oh man, the CW channel just started to flicker on my end. But yeah, so he doesn't feel a whole lot of pressure to go up here and try and make the move happen as we come to the white flag. 1 lap to go here in the stage. So only 1 lap left. The question is, is Alex Bowman going to be able to hold on to it? He still has the fastest lap of the race as well, which is a very good testament to the speed in that number 17 car. And Alex Bowman is going to, it looks like he's going to hold on to it for the moment. As again, the white flag has been waved. Now the battle for, what battle do we got? We got the battle for 8th and 9th between Jones and Love going on. Yeah, Mayer looks like he's pretty solidly got that 10th spot. Austin Hill will be the 11th driver to miss out on that one. And again, coming through 3 and 4 for the final time here in stage number 1. Alex Bowman, the showman, wins stage number 1. There we go. Eric Umberla second. Third, Allgaier. Fourth will be Connor Zilic. Sheldon Creed will come home in the 5th position. 6th will be Sammy Smith. 7th, Nick Sanchez. 8th, Brandon Jones. 9th, Jesse Love. And rounding out your top 10 will be Sam Mayer. Austin Hill rounding out as the first car the first car to miss out on points, And the first car 1 lap down will be the 42 of Anthony Alfredo, who will get the free pass and be able to go ahead and take that, so he is now back on the lead lap. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And very much appreciate you guys, again, spending your very valuable time here with us as we are just chilling out here, enjoying this race. Again, hopefully you guys are too. Alright, so there we go. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 19 people still hanging out in chat. Try to get the stage results typed out here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so first, Alex Bowman. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so they're just coming back from commercial break. We will be back with you guys in just 1 second. Again, I'm just typing out the results on Twitter for anybody who isn't watching the race. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so they're starting the pit road cycle here. Looks like everybody coming down pit road. Yep, looks like everybody's coming. Yep, Amarola getting his fill in here. Yeah, and again, another 45 lap stage ahead of us. Obviously, this one will be a little bit shorter because of the fact that it will be this one will, the caution laps here will be into stage 2. So, there we go. Alright, so there we go. Race off pit road. Here we go. Amarola wins the race off pit road. So there we go. We might get a chance to see one of these other drivers get control of the field for a bit. There we go. And then Alex Bowman just controlling the entire race. Alright, so there we go. Just got 4 more names to type out. Give me 1 minute, guys. Sanchez. And we had 8, which was, I believe it was Brandon Jones at that point. Let's see. Yep, Brandon Jones. Alright, then Sam Mayer in 10th. Alright, there we go. We got that all typed out, and we will be back here. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we're chilling out though. Let's go ahead and skip around to ads because we were fairly, we weren't really here for that last few minutes. So there we go. We are chilling out here. We got 18 people hanging out in chat. They are at a commercial break. We are just going to chill out here. So it looks like Amarola, Bowman. Did Brandon Jones really come out 3rd? Wow. If he got out in 3rd place, I'm curious to know if he might have taken 2 tires on that one. But regardless, he put on it. As he got up there. Austin Hill jumping up into the top 10 as well. There we go. Taylor Gray having a little bit of a disappointing end to that stage. Man. Thank you. Man. Alright, so they're at commercial break. I'm actually going to go run and grab a drink real quick and we will be right back. And they are just coming back from commercial break. So we'll be back with you guys in just a moment. They're still under caution, so you won't miss a thing. Bowman. It legitimately looks like a cup race out there. Yeah, Bowman versus Allgaier. Okay. As always. Alright, so there we go. We got our drink and we are ready for this one. Alright, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing these streams for, again, a couple years now, and no signs of stopping anytime soon. I've enjoyed doing these streams so much over the years. Yeah, and then, of course, when the NFL season comes back around, we'll be doing some NFL streams too, so don't you worry. Obviously, I will be doing as many Colts games as I can, but I don't want them to interfere too much with the NASCAR season, so it'll come down to what doesn't overlap there. And here comes Anthony Alfredo down pit road. Uh-oh. Why is Anthony Alfredo on pit road? So there we go. Anthony Alfredo got the free pass. Let's see. But an issue for him. Yeah, so an unknown issue here for the 42 cars. They go back. Green flag is out, and Eric Almirola is away with the lead. Bowman on the outside, gonna try and see if he can go ahead and take this lead from Almirola. Almirola gonna get out in front of Bowman. There we go. Bowman now not out in front of the field for the first time tonight. We'll have to wait and see if that ends up playing a factor here in potentially Bowman maybe not looking as fast when he doesn't have the clean air. Yeah, Brandon Jones is up inside the top 5, though. Yeah, so again, I'm curious to know if that might be a little bit due to the taking 2 tires. Again, I didn't see if he took 2 or not, but I would assume that if he jumped that many spots, on pit road, that... Oh, we got a caution flag almost immediately here. I'm assuming that's going to be for that big piece of debris. And no, it's for the 42 who is stalled on pit road. And because of the 42 is stalled on the pit lane, in the event that another driver needed to come down pit road, that would result in a problem, and they couldn't leave it green. Again, makes sense, although it is an annoying part to go ahead and just have to put out the caution for a car that wasn't on the track. But, so if he'd been able to make it to the pit lane, he would have been... if he'd been able to make it to his pit stall, he would have been fine and we wouldn't have had a caution, but... Oh, man. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, Burt Myers, after attempting to make the Clash earlier this year, will be making his first NASCAR points start for the 50 team at Martinsville. All right, nice to see that. Bit of breaking news here for us. All right, so there we go. Welcome on in. Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, the NASCAR Xfinity Series race has been going on, and we have got ourselves a pretty good showing going on. Alright, I'm also hoping to, got some things in the works, hoping for some things to work out. And still currently under a commercial break here and the caution flag, so you're not missing a thing. Let's go ahead and close out of a couple of these tabs I don't need. Oh, yeah, we got the Cup race tomorrow. That'll be fun. Let's go ahead and just see what Twitter's saying here. Let's see. Retzloff made it up to the up to position number 11. Okay, not bad there for Parker. Parker Retzloff's going ahead. Yeah, and say other people saying that the CW was glitching out for them earlier too. Okay. Watching NASCAR. Watching NASCAR? It's not my NASCAR. Okay. So there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're just chilling out though again. We're waiting for the so we're waiting for them to go back racing, but should be back here shortly. Arne Zilic had a bad pit stop this last time by, which where's that put Zilic anyway? Let's see. So Connor or Zilic, yeah, it doesn't really matter. He's basically just using these races to warm himself up for and learn the ovals. He's going to be restarting in the 19th position. Not great. That puts him actually in position for a potential car to get lapped here as we get ready to go back to the green flag here. Green flag is out. We are back to racing. And I don't know if my... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that was a replay of the last restart. Okay, so we've still not gone green flag here. Okay, they're talking about William Sawalich here as they go ahead. His diet, going through his diet and whatnot as he gets ready for this race. Alright, so there we go. So again, they just did the choose cone, which means we should be going green this next time by. One lap to green, one to green. There we go. Alright, so there's William Sawalich just again doing some workouts. And here comes the number 71 car down pit road as they go ahead. He will follow the pit road. Or follow the pace car down as we get ready to go back to green. Green flag is out, and we are racing here in Phoenix. Once again, 30 laps to go here in stage number 2. And my TV has completely gone black, so we are basically having to commentate off of what I can see on the mini-map on the website. Alright, and it came back, so they have still not gone green on my TV, so I don't know if I'm just that far behind. Must be. Alright, let's see. But yeah, so they have not gone green yet on my TV. I saw them going green on. Okay, come on. There we go. Green flag is out, and Amarola takes the lead here. Alright, so there we go. So Amarola out in front, 3 wide behind as we got Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones, and now there goes Alex Bowman is going to clear the mess of the middle of the pack. Oh, we got a spin! Caution flag flies! Austin Hill up into the outside fence. Creed involved, and not sure who the other car is. It's Dean Thompson in the 26 here. 3 drivers involved, and caution flag flies here. Again, Austin Hill receiving the brunt of the damage as he and Creed both took significant shots into the fence. Again, Hill is literally wedged right up against the driver's side of Hill's car is wedged right up against the fence. And there we go. Hill is at least able to drive it, so he's able to get away from the wall if he's going to attempt to climb out. And if he's not going to attempt to climb out, he can attempt to try and get it back to pit road. So again, Dean Thompson, the other driver involved here, have not seen a great replay as to what happened. Kind of just saw it happening out the corner of my eye, but we've got yet another caution flag. And after stage one went caution free, this one has been chaos. So here we go. Let's see. Austin Hill, he was right behind the first three wide of Sammy Smith. And something just broke on the 21 cars. He just snapped loose, and something simultaneously was going wrong for the 26 car. But yeah, again, just something happened to the 21 car, and no idea what happened there. Did he hit the wall? But yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Austin Hill clipped the inside fence by the pit lane. That's what caused him to go up there, and not sure what the 26's issue was. That's the one that I really don't understand. I'd love to see a replay from someone a little further back who could maybe give us an idea as to what happened to Dean Thompson there. But, so there we go. Yep, the number 20 car, or the 21, scrapes the inside wall. Yep, just trying to run too far to the inside. And the two of them and the 26 is just way out of line. He's out of control for some other reason. So, feel terrible for Sheldon Creed. His day is going to, or his chance to win the race at least, is going to end here very early. Meanwhile, the race goes on here. Bilicki gets the wave around, and he will be back on the lead lap, which means he's going to be starting right around Chris Wright once again. And those two have had a number of run-ins. In fact, I believe they've collided and taken each other out of the race in 3 straight races. So definitely one to keep an eye on throughout the event. But hopefully Chris Wright and Bilicki can keep it clean with each other this time. Alright, so there we go. They're at a full screen commercial break. We are just chilling out here. Alright, let's check the shipping on my Mike McDowell gear, because I'm a little annoyed at this point as to just how long it's taking. Alright, so it's still in transit to the next facility after turning up in Puerto Rico earlier this week. Not sure why something coming from North Carolina to Maine required a pit stop in Puerto Rico of all places, but yep. So still waiting on it. Hopefully it'll be here relatively soon. Yeah, so on the 24th of February is when the item actually officially got in the mail. And then went basically a week with no updates, thinking it was just spending a week in Jacksonville, and it turns up in Puerto Rico. So there we go. And we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Ravens agreed to a 3-year extension with their tackle, Ronnie Stanley. It's a little unfortunate. I was hoping that the Colts could maybe go ahead and grab him. Alright, so there we go. Sheldon Creed is down on the pit lane. He is going to go ahead and try and fix up that car. Again, they'll have about I think it's somewhere between 5 to 7 minutes to get that thing fixed. If they can't get it fixed, they will go to the garage and continue working on it. But it will be a bit of time here. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I want to know what happened to Dean Thompson. That's the biggest thing that I want to know. Because Dean Thompson just absolutely... Alright, here we go. This is a wide angle shot. Hopefully we can get a chance to see. Alright, here we go. So Dean Thompson, yeah. Oh, Dean Thompson just gets... I guess it was turning up the track or something as he got a push. And looks like maybe he just tried to check up there. So there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm glad to see the 3 Spire cars. That's one thing I just want to reiterate as I'm just kind of scrolling Twitter while we're under caution here. The fact that all 3 Spire cars are in the top 10 in qualifying at the first traditional oval of the new year definitely gives me some confidence that maybe Michael McDowell could be a potential playoff contender here. Still in the top, I believe he's 8th in points still, so there we go. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. We got 15 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to be a part of this. As we are just chilling out here. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 17 people now in chat. You know, we should be getting ready to go back racing here shortly. And just kind of pacing around here, waiting for the caution flag to resolve. And these caution flags, especially the fact that we've had 3 of them in this race, it feels like it's taken forever here. So, you know, we should be getting ready for the choose cone this time by. So, and there we go. They're talking with Austin Hill. Glad to see him out of the infield care center and okay after that fairly big hit. And again, just probably hear him say, oh yeah, just misjudged the distance to the wall because that's what ended up happening there. Yeah, just messed up. Hey, good on him to, one, take responsibility for it, because that would be one thing if he just... yeah, there we go. Taking full responsibility. Good on Hill for that. I mean, obviously the move is definitely dumb, but hey, he completely acknowledges and taking 100% of the credit. Again, major credit to a driver who can go ahead and actually admit when admit a mistake there. Here we go. We should be getting ready to go back racing here this time by. Alright. So again, we'll have about 20 laps to go when we go green. And it will be a contest here to see what ends up happening. Alright, there we go, there we go. Welcome on in. Hope everybody's having a good time. And here we go. Alright, so the 17 of not Kyle Larson, but Alex Bowman on the outside. Amarola on the inside. Green flag is out. They are back to racing. And here comes Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones wants to try and challenge here to see if he can get the lead. Ultimately not able to hang on to that inside line. Here comes Quapple on the inside looking to try and make some moves. And he is ultimately in a sliding line here behind Sam Mayer. Looks like he's going to be he's still just outside the top 5 here. He is going to slot in line in about 7th or 8th place here. But here we go. Amarola and many others driving down using that access road here. But the 17 of Bowman and the 7 of Allgaier absolutely flooring it here around the outside. And those two drivers just take the lead. Allgaier actually passes Bowman here to take the race lead. Bowman will settle into second here as Eric Amarola now goes to try and take second away from him. And Bowman loses second here. So there we go. And the 7 just set the fastest lap of the event. Justin Allgaier just took that point away from Bowman. So there we go. Alex Bowman no longer the fastest lap of the race. That point now going to Justin Allgaier. Glad to see it at least going to a driver who will accumulate points. Here comes the 19 of Eric Amarola looking to the inside. Looking to try and make something happen. Right on the quarter panel of the 7. Not allowing the 7 to try and shortcut the course much at all. And they continue to just hold on to this lead. Well, again, we got 15 laps to go. And again, Allgaier versus Amarola will be a battle all the way to the checkers here. The question is, who else will join them? Bowman right there in third is a very good guess. Jones is hanging out right in and around there, and we know that guy is willing to take some big swings to try and get some points. You know, obviously Sammy Smith in 5th, Mayer in 6th. Who is it going to be? Maybe Carson Quapple in the 8th position, making the jump up to the to try and contend with his fellow teammate there. And ooh, Ryan C gets into the fence there. Racing side by side with Taylor Gray for about the 10th position here. And, I mean, it wasn't even really anything. I mean, Gray wasn't even all that much on him. I mean, I'm usually one of the first people to go ahead and trash on Taylor Gray when I think it's warranted. But, I mean, he gave plenty of room there, and that was just a flat-out a mistake from Ryan Sieg. Hate to see it for the driver, but, yeah, here we go. Eric Amarola is still looking to the inside here, trying to make something happen on the 7 of Allgaier, side by side to the start-finish line. Amarola takes a big dive down the bottom, trying to get away from the side draft now. And now side by side with the 7. The question is, can the 7 hold on for the lead? Or will the 19 of Eric Amarola hang on for the win here? All right, so there we go. The 7 of Allgaier is able to clear the 19. And again, these front 3, Allgaier, Amarola, Bowman, these 3 have all basically started to single file this one out as, again, they're also trying to separate themselves from the pack. Here we go. Here comes William Sawalich all over the back bumper of Sanchez, looking to try and take this 10th spot away. So there we go. To the inside goes Amarola. To the top goes Bowman. Bowman pushing Allgaier. Going to try and help Allgaier down this straightaway. Allgaier down into 1 and 2 here. Allgaier with a big advantage here. Bowman looking to try and make it 3 wide on Amarola. Ultimately not able to get there. Ends up slotting right in line behind the other 2 drivers. And Bowman went way up the hill there into 3 and 4. But again, the question being is, can Eric Amarola make a move here for the win? You know, Now, the hard part is going to be the fact that, again, Bowman definitely won't go with you. And the question is, okay, does your teammate come with you to try and help you out? I mean, this isn't a track where you typically need a push, but, say whatever little bit of help you can maybe get from a teammate would be nice. And the 16 Akis ends up taking the 10 of Daniel Dye up into the fence just a little bit. Again, very minor contact there, but every little bit counts. And you hate to see that, especially some teammate-on-teammate violence here. Here we go. Now that Amarolla's got to move here, now there's no help behind either one of them. There's not going to be a push trying to clear them. And there we go. Eric Amarolla clears Justin Allgaier for the lead in the stage here with about 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go in stage number 2. And Eric Amarolla just went and passed Allgaier. The question is, can Allgaier pass him right back? Again, this here we go, down into 3 and 4. Justin Allgaier, he has a really good car here. I mean, this has always been one of his better racetracks. Certainly he won the championship here 1 year ago, so not really a surprise to see Allgaier good here. But so right now, though, Eric Amarolla trying everything he can to get by this 7, and so far the 7 has just been able to chill out just better than the 19. Similarly, the 19 hanging on, being second place in best lap as well. As, Amarolla trying to take that, even just trying to take that bonus point away from being the fastest driver. It would be something that Allgaier would love to be able to hold on to throughout the race. Obviously, still a long way to go, but right now, Amarolla missing out on it by less than 1/10 of a second. All right, so there we go. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around, and again, this race is definitely a slow one, as we are nearing the end of the race. So the question is, who is going to go ahead and get this one? Again, 5 laps left in stage number 2. I don't foresee any lap cars coming into play, so the question is just going to be, it's going to be a heads-up duel, it looks like. The 19 of Amarolla versus the 7 of Allgaier. No other drivers really all that close. Bowman's kind of drifted back to the 20 and just kind of sticking with him about a second off the battle of the lead. So if the two do get into each other, he can still take the spot, but it will be a little bit hard for him to just do it on natural speed there. So there we go. 3 laps to go. 3 more times around. Come on, Amarolla. If you want to try and make a stage win happen, you're going to have to figure out something here shortly here. So there we go. The 19 of Eric Amarolla coming off of turns 1 and 2 here. Looking down. Just not able to stay really all that close this lap through into 3 and 4 here. And I think that is going to give Allgaier all the gap he needs. Justin Allgaier in the number 7 car out ahead of Eric Amarolla, and it looks like he will be going ahead and grabbing this one. There's still a little bit of time left, but it is going to be very tough for anybody to catch Justin Allgaier. Now, is that a lap car? If that's a lap car, that could maybe play a factor, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. If that even was a lap car, they could have done a jump cut to somebody else real quick. Right now they're showing us this battle between Carson Kvapil and Taylor Gray here, battling it out for the 8th position here. Come on, Carson Kvapil. Alright, so Carson Kvapil hanging on here, but right now coming through 3 and 4. Massive lead for Allgaier. No threat or competition here. Takes the checkered flag and wins stage number 2. Amarolla 2nd. 3rd, Bowman. 4th, Jones. 5th, Sammy Smith. And the caution flag waves as the 10th driver crosses the line. Sam Mayer, Jesse Love, Taylor Gray, Carson Kvapil, and Ryan Sieg round out your top 10 finishers here. William Sawalich, the first driver to miss out on points. There we go. All right, so there we go. And we'll we'll be just a moment while we type out the results over on Twitter for everybody. All right, so fourth was Brandon Jones. Zilich did not appear in the top 10. He was not able to recover after that bad pit stop, at least not for a top 10 here. All right. Sammy Smith got fifth. Creed obviously did not take part in the top 10 as he was involved in that crash. There we go. Sixth place was Sam Mayer. Seventh place went to Jesse Love, who's the only other driver I've already got typed out. Eighth place, we've got Taylor Gray. Ninth place, we have Carson Kvapil. And then the last driver inside the top 10 was Ryan Sieg. Alright, so there we go. Welcome on in. Again, we're getting ready. As I said, they are doing pit stops here as we will be going ahead and seeing how they cycle everything around. But should be a good one here. Alright, so there we go. Got that post out there. Here we go. 106 laps to go. Alright, we're ready. Allgaier wins the race off pit road. Once again, Brandon Jones able to jump up 2 spots on pit road. Eric Almirola losing 2 spots on pit road. Zilich gaining 5 with a 2-tire stop. Gray ultimately able to jump up a couple spots as well. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so we got the end of the race coming up here. Let's see. And we are just chilling out. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. Alright, so again, we're gonna be seeing the sun go down here in Phoenix, as we will be seeing the final we'll see the final 100 laps or so of this race. Alright, so there we go. Alright, let's see. We're just kind of chilling out, waiting to see what we got going on here. Let's see. Alright, so there we go. They're coming back from commercial break. We will be getting ready for this one. Alright, let's see. And everybody's rolling around here. We should be seeing this one get back to green here shortly. But, oh, wow. I didn't realize that. Allgaier used Greg Van Alst as a pick there, which allowed him to gain that kind of edge. There we go. So that's what ultimately caused that, massive gap there. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out. Should hopefully be getting ready to see them go back to racing here shortly. Alright. Man, I still feel terrible. Okay, they're talking with Sheldon Creed here after that incident there with the 21 of Austin Hill again. Just nothing he could have done about that. Just Hill misjudging the corner, hits the fence, and wipes out the other drivers. So there we go. Sam Mayer speeding penalty on pit road for Sam Mayer. He'd been so consistent in and around that top 10 all day long, and now he's going to have to fight his way from the back of the field, which that is not going to be an easy task here at this racetrack. This racetrack, one of the hardest on the circuit to make a comeback here. Pace car is off. We will be getting ready to go back racing. It will be Allgaier and Brandon Jones on the front row as we will go ahead and take this green flag with about 100 laps to go. And here we go. Welcome on in. We we still got 10 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your day here with us as we get ready to go racing. There we go. Green flag is out, and we are back to racing here. 101 laps to go officially as they take the green flag. And man, the 7 of Allgaier is able to absolutely take off like a rocket ship here. Alex Bowman way up the hill, losing a ton of spots here. Looks like Brandon Jones versus his teammate Eric Amarola on the inside is going to be the battle here early on. And it looks like Amarola is just going to take the spot nice and easy. And looking for the crossover move is going to be Brandon Jones. Jones is going for that big dive down the inside as they go ahead and try and make this one happen. Again, Brandon Jones versus Amarola. That is NASCAR's past and future going up against each other. Again, Eric Amarola, former NASCAR Cup Series driver, raced up in the Cup Series for like 10, 15 years minimum. Found himself some success, got a couple of wins, and now he's back down in the Xfinity Series on a part-time basis as he wanted to be able to spend more time with his family and have more kind of control over what weeks he is or isn't having to worry about doing things. So again, glad to see him still taking part in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Still get to see him at the racetrack on a fairly frequent basis, and he's been very competitive in the opportunities that he has had here. So there we go. All right, so again, Allgaier, Amarola, Brandon Jones has dropped to third here. Taylor Gray up to fourth. So we got 3 Joe Gibbs racing cars inside the top 5. And in fact, the entire top 5 is made up of 3 Joe Gibbs cars and 2 Junior Motorsports cars until Bowman jumps in there, making a Hendrick Motorsports car join the fray. As he goes and passes Sammy Smith there. Again, where's William Sawalage back in 20th? So his 3 teammates are currently in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and he is back in 20th place. Hopefully, he can make some moves to try and move up the grid here. But I will say I'm not hating the leaderboard at the bottom of the thing as much as I kind of expected I might. I still feel like it probably would fit more naturally at the top of the screen for the leaderboard. But again, it's one of those things where if I don't hate it and if it isn't like getting in the way, a leaderboard's a leaderboard. It doesn't really matter where it is as long as it's designed to fit well on the screen. So there we go. All right, so here we go. Sanchez versus Jesse Love. Those two dueling it out for the 7th position here. As Ryan Sieg trying to take 10th away from Carson Kvapil here. And I say, if Carson Kvapil can go ahead and keep this in the top 10, that would keep all 4 Junior Motorsports cars inside the top 10, which is a great team result for that team, again, especially if they can hold on to that kind of result. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out, though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And looking forward to the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow. Alright, so there we go. Allgaier, Amarola, Jones, Gray, and Bowman, the top 5, as it looks like they're going to be getting ready to go to a full-screen commercial break, which means we are going to miss out on a little bit of active racing, or at least I would usually whenever they go to the picture running order. No, they're just going to the picture running order for whatever reason. Weird. Because the picture running order, they go from being able to see the top 25 drivers to only being able to see 5 on the screen at a time. And usually they go ahead and put that up right before they go to send it to a commercial break. But nope. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. Daniel Dye. Hanging out just inside the top 15, back in the 13th position. He's had a little bit of a rough day, obviously. A little bit of friendly fire with his teammate Eckes that we talked about a moment ago. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. 90 laps to go here in the Phoenix race. Loving the amount of effort we're seeing from these drivers. We're getting closer and closer to this one. Oh, cool. There's a Pokemon. Ooh, the Vancouver Regionals is going on this weekend. I completely forgot about that. Might tune into some of that later on tonight. But yeah, so there we go. Alright, so Parker Retzlaff started 24th and has very slowly but steadily moved his way towards the front of the field. Moving his way up about 4 to 5 positions per stage. So he's now made his way all the way. He's made his way up towards the front. I can't wait to see him maybe be able to contend for a top 10 spot here at the end of the day. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out here. Hope everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just kind of chilling out here, waiting to see if somebody's going to try and make a move here for the lead. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Again, Amarola has just not been able to stay all that close to Allgaier's bumper. Certainly hasn't been able to truly contend for it. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, just looking at through the field here. Oh, man. Alright, so there we go. We got, again, just, man, I wish there was a little bit more going on, but right now it's just, Amarola is just hanging just close enough to the 7 of Allgaier to try and keep it competitive, but, yeah, and they've got like 2 full seconds behind them to the next driver, Brandon Jones, so there just isn't really a whole lot of pressure on Amarola, so. And again, with such a long final stage, there is just so much time to try and figure out what they want to do here. Again, would love to see Amarola maybe challenge for the lead, but again, it's one of those things where they can just kind of pace this one out. There we go. Josh Williams making a move here on Jeb Burton, trying to move his way up inside the top 20. Move himself up to the 18th position there, battling it out inside the top 20. Gotta love seeing some of that. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. And again, Allgaier just trying to navigate this, trying to navigate lap traffic here, and Eric Amarola just not able to do it nearly as well as they go to commercial break. So there we go. Again, we're about 80 laps away from the checkered flag here. This one going very well here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Again, 80 laps to go. Plenty of time for some of these drivers. William Sawalich being one of those drivers that has really been just mired in the mid pack while the rest of his teammates have been getting all the attention. Amarola Jones up at the front. Taylor Gray making some amazing moves here. Who do you guys think's going to win this race? Would love to see how many of you guys think are, who you guys think is going to get this one here as we head down the stretch of the day. And say also, what lap do you guys think final caution comes out on? I think that'll be a fun one to go ahead and talk about. Alright, so again, we're just kind of. I mean, that's the thing with guys like Allgaier, they just absolutely pace the field and just drive off, making it not even overly close between him and Amarola. I mean, Amarola is doing his best to stay within half a second, but both of them have absolutely left Brandon Jones in the dust. I mean, there's nearly a 4-second gap between Brandon Jones and Eric Amarola for the battle between second and third. And then there's another 2 seconds behind him between between Jones and Alex Bowman, which is just again insane here to think about. And say certainly makes it a whole lot further apart. Taylor Gray just lost a spot there inside the top. Battling it out with Sammy Smith for a position on track. Alright, so they're coming back from commercial break. We should be getting ready for this one. Alright, again, thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your day here with us. Whether it's your first time or if you guys are a regular viewer here on the channel. Very much appreciate it. And again, just kind of seeing some of these, again, the replay of that, Austin Hill one is just so stupid. Alright, so again, we're chilling. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, feel free to do so. It's at RyanDyer99. So yeah, we'll be just keeping an eye on that one. But here we go. Taylor Gray versus Sammy Smith. Please, NASCAR, for the just keep the camera on this battle because this battle is going to be great. Sammy Smith, Taylor Gray fighting it out for the 5th position here, and they cut away from it to show William Sawalich. At least Sawalich is making a move here as he looks the inside on Christian Eckes, but come on, we were setting up for such a great back and forth between those two. It's been going on for a little bit longer here. Alright, so again, here we go. So Sawalich looking for this one. Let's see. And Sawalich all the way up alongside Eckes here as we're getting down to 72 laps to go. This race is going to be closing in on the end here pretty soon. Alright, so there we go. Come on, can we not focus? I mean, I guess this battle is still pretty good, but it's nowhere near what the Taylor Gray versus Sammy Smith battle is. Like, come on. Those two drivers are, continuing to dice it up at the front here. Alright. So, yeah, again, right now, though, William Sawalich driving away from the field here. Or at least away from the mid-pack field. He's going to be setting his eyes on this top 10 here shortly. Come on. Taylor Gray versus Sammy Smith. That battle, come on. Let's keep going here. Alright, so there we go. Here comes Eckes looking to the back bumper of Carson Quapple there. There we go. Starting to get some more action going on here. But again, we are kind of just entering that dead zone here of 68 laps to go. Still plenty of time for something to happen here. Alright, so again, here we go. And Parker Retzloff looking to the bottom, and we got 3 wide through 3 and 4. There we go. That's what we're looking for. 3 wide racing. Alright, so again, Parker Retzloff doing some pretty good work here, but there we go. There's Sam Mayer making a run up the middle of the racetrack. So Mayer making his way back to the front after that speeding penalty there. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. 65 laps to go. Again, if you guys have any topics you guys would like to have us talk about to help fill the time, I would love to go ahead and focus on whatever you guys want to talk about. But yeah, we just have not had any, got a little bit of on-track action, but yeah, let's say. Ooh, yikes. One of the, a dirt bike crash. One of the drivers got run over. Got his leg run over by a fellow driver there as a crash. That's not good. Alright, so again, 63 laps to go. We got ourselves a pretty good, pretty good pacing going on. Problem is that, again, Almirola starting to turn up the wick here as we're getting a little bit later into the run. I don't know if that's just his tires being a little bit better on the long run. Maybe Allgaier's being a little bit less. But either way, we're starting to see a little bit of a turning of the tide here. So there we go. Alright, so again, here we go. 61 laps to go. Come on, Almirola closing in on Allgaier lap after lap. The last 4 laps in a row, he's been just ever so slightly faster. That last lap by, he was faster by almost a full 10th. Alright, so there we go. Next Saturday for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Should be a good one. Let's see. So in Las Vegas next week, as they roll into that track, high-speed ovals are always a fun one. Alright, so there we go. Again, here we go. Amarola is now caught all the way up to the rear bumper of Allgaier. He's going to get his first shot to really try and make a passing move here. 59 laps to go. Time is ticking. Alright, so there we go. Looking to the inside goes Eric Amarola alongside the 7. Makes the dive down towards the pit exit. And here we go. Back out onto the racetrack. Eric Amarola looking ahead, but lap car in the way. Kind of blocking and impeding both drivers here. Just kind of with the natural positioning of the where he was on the track. But there we go. Eric Amarola, he's got his entire car out ahead of the 7. He can go ahead and start to block the 7. But again, just trying to find their way past Kyle Sieg here in the number 28 car. Massive credit to Kyle Sieg for, again, holding a very consistent line and just allowing these guys to race around him, but not moving right out the way of them. And here we go. Allgaier around the outside is going to actually have the run here down the back straightaway. The question is, can he clear the 19? He does clear the 19 for the race lead, so he can go ahead and come down right back in front of him. Alright, so there we go. 55 laps to go here in the GovX 200. Again, we're just chilling out here. 55 laps to go. There's still plenty of time for something to change here. Alright, so there we go. And we are just absolutely chilling out here. Yeah, Sammy Smith, he's pretty confidently now taking the lead over Taylor Gray. Oh, we got a caution flag. Caution, caution, caution. The 74 up into the fence here. And that is a very blank car. Couple of key logos on that car, but for the most part, yeah, that's Dawson Cram in the 74 car, and that is going to bring out a caution flag, putting it into the longest green flag stint of the day. And, man, it was just starting to get good, too, which that's what I hate about some of these cautions at the end of these that end up ending these long green flag runs, is that they always seem to come out just after the leaders start especially in this case, this caution comes out just after the race starts to get really good between the front two. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. I tried re-uploading some of the shorts from my Carson Kvapil interview over on TikTok the last couple of days, but they, for whatever reason, just did not take off in the same way I'd hoped that they would. Not sure if because it was a former YouTube short, if TikTok suppresses it or anything, because I'm just surprised that two of them only got 4 views on TikTok, while almost every other post I've done has usually gotten at least 100 or so. But yep, here we go. Dawson Cram again. He is he out the car already? It looks, yeah, okay, yeah, I believe he is out the car already. That's good. All right, we are chilling out here. All right, so there we go. So yep, Dawson Graham crashing again. I'm glad he's I'm hoping he's okay there, but there we go. Alright, so here we go. Coming down pit road, it's Bo. I was gonna say Bowman doing a pretty good job pulling up here, and there we go. Amarola coming to his pit stall, one of the first ones here on pit road. In fact, I believe it is the first one here on pit road for Eric Amarola. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Bowman, Allgaier going ahead and getting their service done here, and we will be back out and racing here shortly. The question is, who's going to win this race off pit road? That's always the big one here. Again, Allgaier looks like, yeah, Allgaier's going to win the race off pit road. The 17 with a great stop there. Alex Bowman able to get off up to the second position. Jones up to third. Gray up to fourth. Fifth for Jesse Love. Yeah, Nick Sanchez gaining 3 spots as well. Eric Amarola losing 5 spots on pit road is just a gut punch for him. Come on, man. What's the guy got to do to get a decent run here? Alright, so there we go. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. Let's see. Just seeing the. Okay, so the Haas Factory team has officially said that the Double Zero team is done. They are not going to attempt to make a run back onto the track. So there we go. Alright. Alright, so there we go. They're coming back from commercial break. We will be getting ready for this one. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's go ahead and skip around to ads just for you guys. And there we go. Alright, so they're going ahead and Okay, so they're going ahead and talking about William Sawalich's plan, so. Yeah, so William Sawalich is going to stay out in west. He's not going to head back east before the Vegas race next weekend, so that's an interesting one. And 48 laps to go. We are closing in on the end of this one. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah, so I mean, I still want to see again what happened here. So Ryan Sieg with a bad pit stop too, hurting his one. All right, so here we go. Pace car is off. The 19 actually only, despite a 5-spot drop, he ends up with the choose cone ending up in the third row here. So here we go. It'll be 46 laps to go as we go green flag racing. Here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out. We are back to racing. The 7 car takes off like a rocket here. And then down into turn 1, Taylor Gray versus Alex Bowman having a pretty good duel here. Bowman on the top side. And here we go. 3 wide with the 3 Joe Gibbs Toyotas. The 20 of Jones. The 54 of Gray. And oh! Brandon Jones just nearly wrecked his teammate. Yeah, but once again, 3 wide there. Brandon Jones on the top side. Gray in the middle. And Amarola all the way at the bottom here. I mean, 3 wide with 3 teammates is rare to see. Mainly because a lot of these Xfinity Series teams are 1 or 2 car operations. Outside of Junior Motorsports and Joe Gibbs, I think those are the only big teams that are the only teams that are more than that. Colleague too, but Colleague usually only has 2 cars still in the field at this point in the race. So, actually, I think Jordan Anderson Racing's actually on par as well there. Okay, so yeah, there we go. 44 laps to go, and again, Allgaier still holds on to that fastest lap award here. So there we go. Again, time is just ticking away here for the drivers of for all these drivers trying to make a move on Allgaier for the win. Again, if Allgaier can go ahead and get this one, hate yellow sponsors. Why have yellow sponsors on the leaderboard? Especially there, because that made it look like a caution flag. Here we go. Here comes Alex Bowman up the inside on Allgaier. Both these drivers were in the 500 a couple weeks ago, so they've both raced at least 1 Cup race this year. And now they've both raced at least 1 Xfinity race this year as well. So you go 42 laps to go. Now the question is, can Bowman go ahead and get the win, or will it be Justin Allgaier picking up the win here? Or will we see somebody else? I mean, Eric Amarola certainly not out of this one. Similarly, the 54 of Taylor Gray. Could we see a first-time winner here? I mean, that would certainly be a shock, and that would certainly be a shock of possibly the century, I think, if Taylor Gray. Maybe not shock of the century. There have been some pretty big shocks. But Taylor Gray winning a NASCAR Xfinity Series race, especially when he's competing against competition like Allgaier, Bowman, and Amarola. Yeah, a driver like him being able to go ahead and beat these guys. I mean, Brandon Jones won a race here in the same equipment over Kyle Busch. So, I mean, it certainly is something that we've seen happen before, but would still be cool to see it happen again. As it could happen with the same driver here. We could see Brandon Jones get a rare win. Now that he's back in the Joe Gibbs Racing camp, it also might not be as rare of a win as we've come to expect here. 40 laps to go. Right now, Ryan Sieg and Jesse Love hanging out inside the top 10. But again, this duel for the lead here between Bowman and Allgaier is going to be insane down the stretch. Again, both these drivers have shown that they've got the ability to win. They won the 2 stages. Those 2 drivers have shown the ability to go ahead and really make their names known here at the front of the field. All right, so there we go. Right now, 38 laps to go, and this one is definitely a. This one's far from over here. We got Carson Kvapil hanging out inside the top 15. And again, the choose cone being a big difference maker. I mean, the choose cone was a big reason why Eric Amarola was able to mostly survive a 5-position loss on pit road. I mean, that pit stop did, it certainly did not help, but the fact that he's still able to be inside the top 3 and right there if Bowman and Allgaier get to racing, certainly could be a good one. Alright, so there we go. Brandon Jones and Gray battling it out for position here. It looks like Brandon Jones going to get the spot here. He's on the bottom. Gray at the top of the racetrack here. Gray has the lead heading into 3 and 4 here. Through the corner, at the line, it's going to be Gray having the edge at the line. The question is, can Brandon Jones on that inside shorter line be able to make something happen? Again, we just don't know right now. There we go. Brandon Jones through into 1 and 2. He had the inside line, and 1 and 2 is where that inside line is so much more effective there. Alright, so there we go. And we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so again, 34 laps to go. Shout out to Todd Gilliland in the 34 car in the Cup Series. I don't think there's a 34 in the Xfinity Series for me to shout out. Oh, and Chris Wright and Balicki are right next to each other once again. Oh no. Please, however you two manage to do this, somehow don't wreck into each other. So there we go. Alright, so Sam Mayer, Zilich, again, these guys racing pretty good here. Zilich looking to try and break back into that top 10. Mayer back up in the top 10 after the speeding penalty he had. I mean, that's a very good thing to see him being able to break back up in there. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out. Let's see. So Allgaier's managed to extend. Again, Allgaier seems to be really good on fresh tires. Because he's once again stretched the lead out to a 1 second lead here. As we got 30 laps to go, and time is ticking here. They gotta figure out something if they want to have a real shot at this one. Again, maybe if we go green flag all the way to the end, the Allgaier tires might wear out faster, because that, again, seemed to be what we were seeing on that restart there. It seemed like the or on that last long run that we, it looked like maybe Allgaier's tires were wearing a little bit faster than everybody else's. So if that's the case, maybe we can see that happen going forward here. But here we go, down into the 25 car here of Harrison Burton trying to make something happen. Again, right now, Eckes versus Burton is a pretty good battle as well. That battle is for the 13th position here as Christian Eckes looks back to the inside here. A little bit of contact there with Harrison Burton as they drift up the track, and Eckes takes the spot. And now Parker Retzloff looking to the inside here, trying to take the spot here. So there we go. Alright, so there we go. Again, right now, this mid-pack Xfinity Series field, first off, not sure what happened to Sammy Smith, but he's not normally back. He has not been back here for much of the race, but he's trying to work his way back through the field here. Parker Retzloff versus Harrison Burton trying to fight it out for the 14th position here. Carson Kvapil also still stuck in the mid-pack. Again, he's been stuck here most of the day, so he's had a genuinely really tough time. But yeah, again, it's just weird to see Sammy Smith struggling like that, considering he'd been very good today, and he's a former Phoenix winner. So there we go. Again, we are just chilling out here. 14 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that decided to spend a portion of your day here. You guys have any favorite drivers or predictions of who you guys think is going to win this race? We'd love to hear them. 25 laps to go. We are closing in on the end of this race. Jesse Love versus Taylor Gray is going to be a fun one to watch all the way down to the checkers. And instead, we are watching Nick Sanchez, who has about a full second in either direction here. Absolutely no idea why we're focusing on him and not a back-and-forth battle like Love versus Gray. Taylor Gray goes back on by the two of Jesse Love. Come on. Let's go ahead and see some of this side-by-side battling. I'm seeing them moving up and down the leaderboard. I want to see him actually battle. And here we go. Jesse Love back to the top, back to the 5th spot. Then Gray back in front. Then then Jesse Love back in front of him. Again, a very good back and forth battle. Show the, I don't know if we're doing like a through the field thing or something, but Connor Zilic in 11th place is not what we want to see. I'm guessing that we are doing it through the field. We've gotten through the 10 drivers now. Come on, let's go ahead and see some drivers passing each other. Especially again when I'm seeing them battling back and forth, it's one of those things you want to see cars passing each other. But yeah, it looked like they were going for the through the field there. All right, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And if you guys are enjoying the content, would love to see. Would love to hear who you guys think is gonna win this one. If you guys have a favorite driver in the race, feel free to let me know as well, and I can keep you guys updated on them. Obviously, only like 20 laps to go, so not a lot of time left to try and figure out what they're gonna do. There we go. All right, so here we go. Again, Sammy Smith still trying to make something happen here. Oh no, Taylor Gray. Is that Taylor Gray? If so, his car looks way off the pace. No, that's not Taylor Gray. That's that's Garrett Smithley. Okay, it's just similar colors. And when you're seeing the onboard cam, it's hard to see the number there. So there we go. All right, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. 19 laps to go here, and Alex Bowman and Eric Almirola are going to start to battle with each other, it looks like, before they get clear this lap car. Once they get clear of the lap car, they can kind of start to set sail on Justin Allgaier, but it is going to be a little bit of a task here. And wow. Throughout the entire race, Alex Bowman has never been further down the field than 6th. That's actually pretty impressive there for Alex Bowman. Here we go. Eric Almirola looking to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take second place away from Alex Bowman. Bowman has it at the line, but only by a hair here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so here we go. 16 laps to go, and again, Almirola can start to kind of set sail here. The question is, how well is Allgaier been saving his tires now that he's gotten the lead? Or now that he's had the lead for a decent chunk here. Alright, so there we go. And we are just chilling out here. 2-second gap here between Almirola and the... why are we still going to this Garrett... Oh, Garrett Smithley's getting lapped again. Okay. That's why we're going back to this Garrett Smithley on board. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so they're trying to replay one of I believe that was the spring race last year when Allgaier had an issue there. Alright, so 8 consecutive seasons with at least one win. Ties the third longest streak in Xfinity Series history. There we go. Alright, so let's see again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But again, right now, Allgaier, the biggest question is, can his tires last another 12 laps? 12 laps is all we got left in this race. If his tires can hang on for the final 12 laps, we might have a shot here. Now, the question is, can Almirola start to run him down? Because Almirola's been fighting hard with Bowman to try and get ahead of Bowman, and now he's gotten ahead of him. He's setting sail just a bit, but it's still going to be a long drive to try and get to the front here. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, Allgaier is still holding on to a 2-second lead over Almirola here. 10 laps to go. And again, without a massive amount of traffic, I think that this is just going to be Allgaier's race to lose. I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on this camera here. He does have a couple of cars he has to pass, though, including but not limited to the one of Carson Kvapil. Looks like Kvapil's coming to pit road, so we might see some pit stops having to happen, especially for a junior motorsports car. That would certainly be interesting here. As we're getting down, again, to the end of this race. Carson Kvapil on the verge of going a lap down here. or Quabble ended up coming down pit road. Yeah, there we go. There's him coming down pit road. And again, right now, all Allgaier needs to do is keep getting by these lap cars in a fairly efficient manner, but he's already lost half a second off his lead to Eric Almirola. As, what happened to Carson Quapple? His tire came apart or something. Oh, it looked like maybe, was that ballast coming out of the car too? Because if so, his car is completely falling apart here with 8 laps to go, and that is beyond normal. Way beyond the normal standard here. So, hopefully, whatever that was, yeah, here we go again. Allgaier continuing to hang on to a 1.3 second lead. Again, Almirola needs to really just turn on the turbo jets here. He's closing in on it. He really needs, the biggest thing is he needs Mason Massey and Kyle Sieg to put up a much bigger fight as he catches these lap cars. Because if Mason Massey puts on a pretty big fight here to try and hold on to a 1 lap. Because right now, Mason Massey's actually in a really rare spot. He's 1 lap down. He's the only car 1 lap down. So he would be the free pass and get back on the lead lap if a caution were to come out. But if he goes a 2nd lap down, then he gets the free. He would still be the free pass, but he would only get back to 1 lap down. So if he can hold off, Allgaier, that would actually be very big. But all that coming off the idea that there's a caution flag coming, and there is a caution flag. Caution, caution, caution. Caution flag is out. Looks like it's Nick Lights up in the wall, and that is not a good thing there for Nick Lights. Hopefully he's okay, but we'll have to wait and see. I haven't gotten a chance to actually see the wreck yet, but there we go. We will be going to overtime, and Allgaier has an opportunity to try and hold on to this win. He's been the best on the short runs here. And yep, there we go. Nick Lights, looks like most of the damage was to the rear end of the car. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to roll back around and rejoin the field. So again, hopefully he's okay. Hate to see anything happen to him. Alright, so there we go. They're cycling everything around. So again, Mason Massey did end up going another lap down, so he will be only 1 lap down. So again, we'll have 21 cars on lead lap when we resume with overtime. Not that Mason Massey would be able to do much probably from that one, but every little bit you can do, helps the overall finishing position for the team. And hey, if you can just put yourself in position for an opportunity, it's going to be a great option. So there we go. All right, we are chilling out here. 68 subscribers away from hitting the big 3K. Would love to, again, hit that by the end of the year, or by the end of the month, I mean. But again, that's definitely an optimistic goal to be hitting that by the end of the month. Do we have any? When's the next IndyCar race? I know it's at the Thermal Club, which means it's not going to be all that great, but I'll still stream it if it's at a decent hour, but 14 days away. It's a 3 p.m. start time on a Sunday. That's probably going to be directly up against a NASCAR race. Let's see. NASCAR app. Let's see. Please tell me we have a Saturday race. Nope. Exact same start time as Homestead, so will not be able to stream that one. Great. Long Beach either. Barber Motorsports Park on May 4th, I believe. I won't be in town that week, actually. And Texas, so that would be a conflict there, too. So we're going into overtime here. Alright, so we've been racing for a little over 2 hours here. This is actually, again, a really well-timed race here. Again, all these drivers at the front of the field or have like 40 laps on their tires. So the question is, do they come to pit road here for that extra set of tires or not? Yeah, I can't wait for the Indy 500. Indy 500 day is going to be insane here on the channel. We'll be streaming the Indy 500. We'll be streaming the NASCAR race, and if you guys really want, I might even stream the F1 race early in the morning. And we'll do a full race day. Again, that would be insane if we can end up doing that kind of stream. If we do end up doing that, would you guys want to see it as 3 streams, or are they back-to-back enough that we could probably do all in one stream? I think 3 streams will probably be the way to go, but again, just curious. But again, that is going to be a full day of racing. All right, again, we will be getting ready for overtime. And so, did any of the drivers? I guess none of the drivers coming down pit road. So it's gonna be Justin Allgaier, Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman. They're on 50-lap tires. The question is, did somebody come to pit road that could potentially go ahead and make a massive move here? All right, so let's see. Who's the first driver who pitted more recently than 49? Okay, so everybody on the lead laps. Nobody has come to pit road yet. So either they haven't opened pit road or absolutely nobody wants to pit here, which is an interesting one if that is the case. Because if I'm one of these drivers in the mid-pack, someone like a Carson Kvapil who has had absolutely no realistic shot at winning this thing all day, what's the harm in coming to pit road? Get some tires, throw another chance, throw the Hail Mary. I mean, you've been stuck in the mid-pack all day. You're going to be restarting in the... oh, wait, no, Carson Kvapil's off the lead lap. Never mind, sorry. Bad example. But if I'm someone like a Connor Zilic, who's had a little bit of a rough start, although he doesn't need to throw the Hail Mary because he's won already. Come on, think of a better example. All right, someone like a Parker Retzloff or a Daniel Dye could potentially have made this kind of move. Puts them in a chance to win a race. It's not something that happens fairly frequently for them, and we give them a chance to go ahead and win this one. And here we go. Yep, pit road is open this time by, so they hadn't opened pit road yet. That's why we hadn't seen any drivers come to pit road yet. So here we go. We got a couple of drivers coming down. Looks like Williams, the 5 of Chris Wright coming down. We got Jeb Burton, the 44 of Brennan Poole. Yeah, the 28 of Kyle Sieg and the 16 of Eckes are all coming to pit road. So definitely an interesting one. And no, sorry, that wasn't Chris Wright. That was the 51 of Jeremy Clements. My bad. I saw the 5 and just assumed it was right, but no, it's the 51 of Jeremy Clements coming to pit road here. All right, so again, most of the drivers who are relatively competitive at the front will all be restarting on 4 fresh tires. The question is, who ends up getting the... which of these drivers with the fresh tires ends up being in the best spot to try and jump ahead of everybody else? So it looks like Eckes in 17th is going to be the first driver on fresh rubber. So maybe we see Christian Eckes try and lead a charge to the front. Eckes, Williams, Poole, Clements, and Burton. So we only have, 5 drivers who came to pit road who were on the lead lap to begin with. So definitely an interesting one to see these drivers going to try and make this one happen. But again, it's overtime. It's only 2 laps, so it's going to take a miracle run for any of these drivers to just pit to try and make this one happen. Again, it's not impossible, but it will be extremely tough. And I just realized I was scrolling on the wrong one. Whoops, give me a second to fix the overlay. Just realized I was scrolling on the on my other monitor and not the one that I have a second monitor where I actually have a leaderboard I can scroll on without messing up the overlay. But yeah, so Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see. But I think your winner is going to be a driver coming from the front 3 rows of this race. Again, you might, as I say, we just have, now to be honest though, we haven't seen a whole lot of this one to know for sure which drivers are going to have the benefit of the, is something wrong with the overlay? Give me a second, guys. Oh, yep, I see what's wrong. Give me a second, guys. Alright, that's weird. Let's see. There we go. Alright. There we go. Okay, that looks clean. Alright, so there we go. Again, we were just chilling out here. Again, 4 p.m. next Saturday for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race from Vegas. And we will be all set up and ready for this one. So again, the GovX 200 trophy. They've got the trophy over there. Looks like a kind of an army crate there with a big X and an American flag on it. That is a cool trophy. I would be absolutely lit. I'd love to get that kind of trophy. Here we go. They're doing the cycling around, and I believe we are about to see the choose cone. So who is going to be in these first 3 rows? This is going to be the important part of the race. Again, overtime 2-lap restart here. Now let's see. Here we go. It's going to be Allgaier to the bottom. The next 2, both Almirola and Bowman to the top. Jones to the bottom. Gray to the top. Love and C both going bottom. Sawalich and Sanchez to the top. So your rows are going to play out like this. Allgaier and Almirola. Jones and Bowman. Love and Gray. Those are your front 3 rows. I think your winner is probably going to come from those 6. The question is, which of the 6 will be the driver to go ahead and find this win? Alright, so here we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Justin Allgaier and Eric Almirola. This is going to be a fun one to watch as they go ahead and try and race it down into the corner. Again, the question being, which driver can pull off this restart the best? Again, Allgaier, I think, has been the best on fresh tires here. And Almirola is right on his door. Making contact before the green flags even come back out. Green flag is out. We're back to racing, but Almirola literally just ran right into the door of the 7. Hopefully that didn't do any real damage, because that'd be an awful way to win if you go and make contact like that. I'm sure NASCAR will review it. And right up the middle, 4 wide goes Bowman. Bowman takes it 4 wide up the middle, and Allgaier is going to lose this one, it looks like, as he just dropped back a couple spots. But here we go. Bowman now in the 17, looking at it. It looks like we're going to see the white flag here. White flag, 1 lap to go here at Phoenix, as we've got the 17 of Alex Bowman out in front of the field. Eric Almirola in second. Almirola looking to the inside. Just the exact same situation we saw last night in the ARCA race. Oh, Bowman hits the wall here. All right, so coming down into the final corner. Almirola sends it up the inside. Bowman on the outside. Door to door through 3 and 4. Contact! Oh, Almirola hangs on by a nose, but contact and into the outside fence goes Bowman. Contact there, a photo finish, and for the second night in a row, we have contact between a Chevy and a Toyota, leading to a last corner pass here, and Bowman is furious. Bowman is ticked right now. Eric Almirola pulls that one off. Again, just drove it in there. Knew his only shot to go ahead and pull that one off was going to be to drive it in deep and hope that it stuck. And there was just not enough room to go ahead and make that one work. Again, I think, as I said yesterday in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, or in the ARCA Series race yesterday, again, if you don't want to do that, just drive ahead of them. But again, in these short 2 and 1 lap restart type situations, it's hard to get that kind of lead. So there we go. Eric Almirola celebrating with his burnout here, burning it down. But we all know Bowman is not happy about that one. So there we go. Again, let's see this replay again. And again, just Almirola drives it in deep. And then just, again, he runs it pretty well through the corner. And again, Alex Bowman's already right against the fence before Almirola gets there. Again, Almirola definitely probably could have tried to give him a little bit more room and lost the race that way. But again, it's just such a close margin here. And again, man. Great job, though, for Eric Almirola getting to celebrate with his family. And again, I don't hate the way this ended, but man, it leaves a whole lot. It's just a lot to be kind of hopeful about, kind of all going away at the very end there. You know? All right, so there we go. Again, Eric Almirola going up there to celebrate, and Justin Allgaier looking dejected here, and I can't imagine what Bowman is thinking right now. Again, the good thing for Bowman is that he's got his race is tomorrow, so he doesn't really. I mean, obviously, you always want to win a race. Anytime you're in a race car, you're racing to try and win this one. So there we go. Alright, so there we go. Eric Almirola, 3rd straight season with the NASCAR Xfinity Series win. Good on him. Alright, let's see. Feel like it was warranted. Don't think I did anything overly egregious. Yeah, again, basically the same thing I said. So good awareness there from him. Again, certainly you hate to see it for the 17 car, especially after he made the 4-wide move up the middle, nice and clean. But again, it's one of those things that almost every driver in the field has made that same type of move, and I would not be shocked to see it stay the exact same way. So there we go. Oh man, but that was a race. Welcome. And say thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy the stream, if you guys were just here for the race reaction portion, obviously this will be the end of the stream. I kind of want to see what Bowman has to say, and we're going to go through the full finishing order as per usual. So, again, stay tuned. But if you guys are just here for the race reaction, we will see you guys tomorrow. But yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. Here comes Bowman. Give me a second. We've got Bowman on the thing here. Give me a second. All right, so let's see. All right, so here we go. Bowman. All right, I mean, I would have hoped he gave me a lane on exit, but he just exited like he was better than us for sure. Oh man! All right, so he's trying to capitalize on trying to win the race. He got shoved into the fence and it is destroyed. And the Hendricks crew, my first time working with Adam. Fun. Mr. Hendrick had a win there. I was loose and melted the brakes off of it earlier. Okay. I'm in the long run car. Alright, so again, yeah, Bowman absolutely not happy there with the way that one ended. Eric Almirola, I think he said it best. Nothing too egregious, and in my opinion, I think that is entirely accurate. So, again, it's one of those things that, depending on which side of things you're on, you're definitely going to see this one way or another. I know the Hendrick fans are going to be ticked about this one because that was a Hendrick driver getting beat by a Gibbs driver. Gibbs, obviously, the kind of the notoriously known as kind of the bad guys, especially to the Hendrick fan base. Then you've got the Hendrick guys who are kind of usually seen as the good guys, especially considering how much of a popular driver Chase is. But again, bias is taken out of this. We've seen that exact same type of move made 100 times, and would not be shocked if we see some of these Cup drivers tomorrow pull the same stunt. So let's go ahead and we'll go through the full finishing results. But yep, that is going to be the end of the race. So again, Eric Almirola first, Alex Bowman second, Brandon Jones coming home third. Again, I think Brandon Jones actually cost himself a shot at the win there by not holding his line and instead trying to dive low. Ryan Sieg coming home with a third place finish after his pit stop there at the end. It was Kyle Sieg that was on pit road. Never mind. So Ryan Sieg, though, driving up to the front, still very good. He had a solid day going and manages to pull off a good one. Allgaier still coming home in the top 5. A little bit disappointing to see him come home just shy of the top spot. Taylor Gray, he was running in and around 5th almost all day long. Comes home in the 6th position. Great day for him. Sam Mayer ran in and around the top 10 all day long. Had a speeding penalty in the middle portion of this race. Manages to fight back and get a 7th place finish. Great day there. Christian Eckes was one of the first drivers on new tires. He was able to make his way all the way to 8th place, and if we'd had one, maybe 2 more restarts, he would have had a shot at this win. Jesse Love coming home inside the top 10, another driver who was contending in and around the top 5 back into the top 5 all day long. And Nick Sanchez, a nice quiet top 10 day for him. Again, ran about 7th all day long. And comes home 10th. Parker Retzloff coming home in the 11th position. Great day for him. Made a massive recovery drive due to those fresh tires. And the exact same thing is going to be said for Josh Williams. Both of those drivers coming from the back on fresh tires, making some moves and getting their way up to 11th and 12th respectively. William Sawalich 13th, 14th Sammy Smith, and running out of the top 15 will be Jeb Burton. Connor Zilic comes home in the 16th position. Again, he got his win last week. He can just kind of focus on his racecraft the next couple of weeks and not have to worry as much about his actual finishing position. Then we got Brendan Poole in the 44 coming home 17th. 18th was Kyle Sieg. 19th, Daniel Dye. And running out your top 20 was Harrison Burton. Some of these drivers on these fresh tires actually Harrison Burton didn't pit. So, for the most part, actually, I think all the guys with fresh tires actually did go forward. There just weren't very many of them. Jeremy Clements, there we go. There's a driver who was on fresh tires who didn't manage to get very far. He might have been the free pass driver, so he would have had to start behind everybody else anyway. So, yeah, Jeremy Clements comes home in the 21st position, the last car on the lead lap. Mason Massey comes home 1 lap off the pace in 22nd. 23rd for Josh Balicki, coming home 2 laps off the pace. Blaine Perkins in 24th, 2 laps off the pace as well. And Chris Wright rounds out your top 25. 2 laps behind as well. Good thing, Chris Wright. I'm glad Chris Wright didn't cause a caution tonight. We didn't end up seeing him end up wrecking out. Carson Kvapil coming home in 26th place, 2 laps down. He had a late pit stop that was, he had something go severely wrong with that car late in the race. Would love to get a chance to actually hear his interview to see what actually is going to happen there. What happened there. Then Matt DiBenedetto in 27th, 3 laps off the pace. Joey Gase coming home 28th, also 3 laps short of the finish. And here we go. Let's see. What's Allgaier going to say about the finish here? Unload speed, we did. So proud, great pit stops. Have that one back. Yep. As they blew the rubber across the track and rolling on the caution in front of us. I knew they had to punch on. Yeah, talking about the marbles as he got on the brakes and entering turn 1 there. Disappointed in the finish, but we'll go back and look at this. Okay, so again, love seeing the maturity out of these guys. Obviously, Allgaier, the fastest lap of the race, and the defending champion. So he's obviously got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So again, Garrett Smithley, going back to our rundown, Garrett Smithley in 29th, and rounding out the top 30 was Nick Lights, who we saw crash out and cause the overtime finish here. There we go. Nick Light, Greg Van Alst in the 31st position, 7 laps shy of the checkered flag. Anthony Alfredo comes home 32nd, 15 laps off the pace. Ryan Ellis driving the number 71 car coming home in the 33rd position, 22 laps shy of the checkered flag. Okay, Thomas Anuzitia, who I thought was out of the race early, ends up coming home 23 laps off the pace. In 34th position. Dawson Cram with his big wreck there, 64 laps shy of the checkered flag, comes home 35th. And then we got the 3 drivers involved in that first major incident of the day, where Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, and Dean Thompson all collected themselves up in the turns 3 and 4 there, after Austin Hill made that contact with the inside wall. Sheldon Creed coming home 36th, 37th, Austin Hill, and running out your finishers. Dean Thompson ends up being the last place driver here. Dean Thompson comes home 38th. So thank you guys for everybody that tuned in throughout this live stream. Again, was a absolutely chaotic race, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. You guys need so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Again, we will be back tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race from Phoenix. So hopefully we'll get to see a good finish just like we saw today and in the ARCA race last night. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!